All right, I am here with Phil Birch of Team Unfun Stuff. We just conquered Canada on Canada Day, no less. Shout out to Red Riot Games, the 1K that they ran. Phil got first place after Swiss and also first place after the long top cut with Life Overhaul. How was your day, Phil?
Well, I'm feeling a little yucky,
Okay.
Mitchell. You see, there was a quite ill opponent in my first round, but despite the fact that I'm going to be sick forever, I did overcome all adversity, and I'm feeling pretty good after the shower. Post-shower, I'm feeling good.
We're so back.
Feeling anointed as God's anointed.
The mandate of heaven, he's nice for that. So what character did you play today?
I was playing as do you want me to hold it up? I was playing as Life Overhaul.
Tight, okay.
A classic.
Yeah, Overhaul is the coolest. Let's get into that deck profile.
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess I'll start with my attacks. I don't know how people do deck profiles anymore or at all. This is my winter mat.
Very cool, Matt.
You're jealous you don't have it.
It's true.
So for attacks, I played 4 copies of Maximum Overhaul because it is the best attack in him. I was basically trying to turbo build to 1,000,000 foundations because I think gamers don't know how to play against true people who build. So Maximum Overhaul was both the kill card and also the best turn 2 poke ever because they could just build so many cards. The inspiration really though is when I saw Canister Creation Strike. I was really like, this is such a cool maneuver. You turn your face downs, you can turn them into 1 diffs, your 1 diffs to 2, stuff like that. It just gives you so much more value in reusing your cards, as well as having a really insane damage pump as a late game attack. To fuel that, we put in some dual needle lunges, 3 of those bad boys. Just a really solid attack, and Overhaul needs some kind of good just grease, just a couple of good pokes to get through. These are all kind of the best pokes in the deck, where I didn't feel bad just throwing it out on turn 2 to kind of get some value. I could lose 3 life, put it back into my momentum no matter what. Yeah. So it's always guaranteed momentum. And there's just a ton of life gain in the deck. So despite the fact that this costs 3 life, this costs 2 life, there was never a point where I was always scared. I don't know.
Yeah, the pen and paper be modulating.
Yeah, most games I did more damage to myself than my opponent did to me, so those were always the fun ones.
Dual Needle also has the Amajiki syndrome of it feels really bad to block that card because it's going away anyway.
It's going anyway, man. Yeah. You might as well block it. Who cares? The other 3 of is Instant Shining Flash. At one point I had it 4 of, but it didn't feel that great. It's kind of the momentum hate. It's also good synergy because a lot of our moves are 5 difficulty. So if we go Instant Shining Flash into a face down with Overhaul, it's no progressive, -1 difficulty. So it's just a good outlet. It also lets us flip more stuff if we happen to need better blocks at some point. Then I played a couple of tech cards. I played 2 copies of Spirit Gun Mega. This is the only 2-check in the game that is a real-ass 2-check. This one's good. This one, you can turn any bad card in your hand into an attack, and then if they don't block you, draw 2 more cards. This one's crazy.
How easily we forget the Titans of Aeon's past.
This one's crazy.
Specialized Sound Waves would never.
This one is insane. Specialized Sound Wave was good in Just Jiro. This one's good in every single character that can play it on these symbols.
That's true.
I played 2 Rejuve, just more card draw and life gain. So just more. These are just get more pieces cards, and kind of the same with Overhead Reversal. It just built more. So these basically all just netted me more cards in some way, some fashion.
Yeah, plus a throw, really good.
And a little icing on the cake throw. It did win me a game where I was I don't know if you have any throw hit, but I assume you don't.
Then
that's all the attacks.
He confidently played a low block, and you were like, it's a throw, and he's like, I'm dead.
Yeah, he was like, I was like, okay. 20 attacks, that's pretty high for me typically, but whatever. I got 1 asset, I got 1 Edon box. This card's just really good. I'm not talking about that one.
Fair.
My numbers for foundations are gonna look insane, absolutely nuts, and it is because I'm playing Researching the Answer as a 7th hand size. So because of Researching the Answer, I need to have a lot of different foundations, and I can't play a lot of 4 ofs or 3 ofs. So there are 2 Researching the Answers, 1 Sun's Love for more card draw. I think 1 person let me draw 2 cards off it today, which is cool. I appreciate that. Shout out to that guy.
Yeah, appreciate
and then 1 Pump Up. We played Pump Up. Is a good card, but also we needed a card that just snap flips cards. We don't have Tight Lip anymore. Mm-hmm. This one is really good, though. It's very good against defensive decks because they're trying to hold their pieces. for later in the strings, basically, and you just every single attack you get to seal something if they're blocking you or you're hitting them.
Yeah,
And
I think when I was watching, like, both of the strings that you played against the Ghidorah player were, like, 6 attacks deep, and you had sealed 3 of their foundations across the turn.
It's just like,
Yeah.
you just have to get rid of their cards, pretty much. And against defensive decks particularly, it's really good. 4 new training method, because it's really good. It accelerates my building. It allows me to draw cards. It's just a really good foundation.
Yeah.
3 incredible display. It probably could be 4 of. If I wasn't doing a researching the answer deck, it would be 4 of, but I couldn't have that many copies of cards.
Right, yeah.
Now for the 2 ofs, baby.
Here we go.
2 Keiko's Aid, 2 Wild Wild Pussycats, 2 Lost in Thought, 2 Cooperation Offer, 2 Vast Strength, 2 Immortal Shapeshifter, 2 Shameless Haggler, 1 Urameshi's Perseverance. Now, you gamers these days don't like cards that cost 2 because then you can't kill your opponent on turn 2.
It's me. I'm gamers.
It doesn't matter if you can kill your opponent on turn 2 because that's cringe anyway. Kill your opponent on turn 80 when you have 50 foundations and watch the light drain out of their eyes.
We did that so many times today.
Keiko's Aid, because it's good defense, it helps me, not die to blocks. This is the best, turn 2 foundation to have. So you build it on turn 1. You get to play any attack, form with Wild Wild Pussycats, say you're going to use, or play any attack, say you're going to play your next one from face down, form Wild Wild Pussycats, get in a card, build the Wild Wild Pussycats back with your character. It's just it's like the best second turn card ever. And also Echo is kind of cringe, so we just don't want to ever get hit by that.
Nathan DeWalt is salivating somewhere.
Lost in Thought to deal with problem cards, Cooperation Offer to deal with zone changes and speed, Vast Strength to deal with bullshit.
You killed me with Cooperation Offer today.
Yeah, it's good.
It's good. Yeah.
It's a good one.
Modal.
Immortal Shapeshifter to gain health back and get ourselves out of super mega deadlock sometimes, because sometimes we have too many foundations and we need to have less. Shameless Haggler to gain life and draw a card. Urameshi's Perseverance, because if you build it in with maximum overhaul, your opponent gets really sad.
That's true.
You go, I'm going to go get an attack. For 1 difficulties, number 7 Pro Hero is the only one I played 4 of. It's because if I play super disrespectfully, empty my hand on defense, you can activate the effect that says you can block from your staging area, but it costs you a card. If you have no cards in your hand, you don't have to discard anything. So you use that effect, then you draw a card with number 7 Pro Hero, because there is no discard cost on this. It is discard a card, then draw a card. So you just get to draw one.
Yeah, it's your passing the torch, your Botan's coaching.
It's fake passing the torch. We don't get that one anymore. 3 Fast Friendship, because we're always going to have more face downs, except for the when we don't.
It's me, baby.
And then a bunch of 2 ofs again. 2 High Value Target, 2 Dangerous Combatant, 2 Nedry-chan, 1 Practical Studies, 1 Lessons from Taiki. Kind of like Speed Hate, almost. It's just more modal, realistically. It doesn't have a cost to it. You just have to commit it. It's static.
Yeah.
Dangerous Combatant was just another flip low block that could draw cards. Sometimes it never really did. Nedry-chan is another way to clear my foundations and gain life. And these are my 2 deadlock cards in the entire deck. Some free speed. And this one's just really good. I get to replay a move. That's awesome. And then my 0 diffs are pretty easy. Yes, Hybrid Chimera Kraken's cringe. We need to walk the dogs. We need to block high tech sometimes. You might be thinking, why are there only 2 of these? That's because the 3rd one's in the side deck. If they're not playing walk the dog, we take one of these out. We put one of these in. If you want to,
simple as.
That's the deck. That's super easy. The side deck was super duper easy. Like I said, a high block for when we needed a high block. Second Eden box for when we needed that. Sometimes our foundations need to be 3 of, so we have 3 Vast Strength. We go to 3 Vast Strength to go to 3 Cooperation Offer. We're never dying to Armor of the Wolf. We're never dying to Throws.
Was there a reason that you didn't play either of those main board?
I hate tech. Fuck tech pieces. We don't need that shit. What if I don't play against them? What if I don't play against Armor of the Wolf all day and I have Evading Copy in my main deck? That sucks. This card sucks. But you know what's really good against? Armor of the Wolf.
That's fair.
And we don't want to die to Amajiki. That's the deck that I conquered Canada with. Here's the box I won.
We did it. We started this event on Pride Month. We ended on Canada Day. Phil now has super COVID.
That's true. I'm going to fucking die.
It's true. Or we're hypochondriac and we'll be fine.
It's probably the second one, actually.
All right. Did you have any shout-outs?
Shout out Andrew Holder for telling me Overhaul is cool. He's right. Mitchell, I'm not shouting you out because your video, you fucking cringer.
Hey,
It was fun, though. I had a good time at Red Riot Games. Thanks, Danny, for letting us stay at his house. He's over there in his PJs. Yeah, that's it. I'm good.
All right. Thanks so much, guys, for watching, and thanks, Phil, for the deck profile.